Hi, my name is Hamid. I'm instructor at ASM Educational Center. Today I'm going to talk about one of the Amazon service called IAM. Basically what it is, IAM is used as a centralized control of AWS account. So that means if you want to centralize your account, you can use IAM. It can have granular permission. Again, you can do it via group or policy, which we will see in the lab. Multi-factor authentication, that means when I log in, I can have an app running in my phone, like iPhone, Android, and run one of those applications to have like two multi-factor authentication. Integrate with many of AWS services, which we're going to see that. There are a bunch of terminology that you have to learn. That one is called users. Users, think of like end users, like regular user 1, user 2, user 3. Groups. Groups is used to manage it and organize your work, and it's highly recommended that you create a user and add user to groups. Again, it's collection of the user under one set of permission. Then we have a roles. You can create a roles and then assign to AWS service resources. For example, attach an EC2 instance with the roles. We're going to see in lab later on. So in this lab, I will not do the roles, but next video I will do a roles policy. It is written in language called JSON language, that's JavaScript language. It is a document that defines one or more permission. For example, you could have a policy called what? We're going to see that Amazon S3 read only access, which give only read access to S3. We will see that in the lab. And there's another one called Amazon S3 full access, which give full access to S3. Okay, we can attach this policy to user groups. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the lab to see everything what we talk about right now. First, I'm going to create an alias name on an AWS account, so user will use a friendly name instead of what? Long names. Okay, that's what I'm going to do right now. So when I go to my console, here's my console. I'm at S3 right now. As you see, this is a long name. We don't want to memorize this. See, when I move the mouse here, it says that if you want the URL for sign in to page contain your company name or other friendly name instead of your AWS account, you can create. So let's do that one. I'm going to say customize. Now here you gotta pick something that, which is, if I say just ASM ED, I create that. It says let's see what happened right now. Right now it's checking. Oops, sorry, I have to click it. It says that the account already exists. So I'm going to call it ASMD 100. I'm going to create accounts. Okay. So right now I can give this to my account, or later I'm going to show you that when we log in, you can use this part of this part, ASM 100. Okay. The next thing I want to do, I want to create. This is what we're going to do. Delete. This is already done. That we're going to create a bunch of users. You're going to create groups. Then I'm going to activate that. Okay. So if I go back to my notes, I'm going to create a user called what? S3 user 1, S3 user 2, and S3 user 3. Then I'm going to create a group called S3 read access. Then I'm going to add all the users to S3. Then what I'm going to do, attach the policy Amazon S3 only access that one. So let's do that so we can see how we create user groups. So I go to user right now. So I have right now 0 users. Okay, I'm going to go to users. I'm going to add user. Okay, I'm going to call it S3 user 1. I can do same thing, add more, same time. Let's do that. S3 user 2. Add another one. S3 user 3. Now here's where it's important. I can get access type. Look what happened. One is that AWS managed account. This is when they want to access through what? Right here, through management console. That's why you have to click that. The other one is programming access. Enable access key and the secret key. We're going to see this later on. We need these if you want to do AWS API or CLI. There's another lab which I'm going to do. It's called AWS CLI. That means via AWS command line, I can do all of this. So there's a lab, we're going to do that later on. Okay, so here console password, I'm going to say console password for all of these. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, show password. So this is a password we're going to create. User must create password. Let's log on. We can do this. I'm going to leave it blank. Okay. So all of these people, they're going to have this kind of password. Again, in real world, you can ask them to create a new password and next log on. But for now, I'm not going to check it. Then I'm going to say next permission. Now here, I can add create a groups, copy permission from existing or attach. So let's go create a groups, okay? Because according to my lab, I need to create a groups called what? S3 read access. So let's do that quickly. So I'll go back to here, create groups. Excuse me. Okay. Now here, I'm going to call it S3 read what? Access. Okay. Now I can create groups or I can associate something. I'm going to search it with the S3. If I click S3, I see everything. See, we have what? Amazon S3 full access. Now this is what the JSON is. If I break it up, now look at what happened. Here, if I go down, if I look at the JSON right here, sorry about that, look what happened. There's a version, there's a fact means what? Allow, action means S3 : start. That means anything with S3, you can do what? Resource, you're allowed to do that. So this is called the what? The full access, okay? Amazon full access, I'm getting rid of that one. Let's look at the one Amazon what? Read. I break it up, look at the read. It says that what? Only I can do what? Allow, right? Then S3, I can do get and list. That means I cannot do write, I cannot create bucket, I cannot do all of that, okay? So that's what the JSON language. You're gonna have a version, you're gonna have a statement, effect, what can you do, action, and the resource. What have you been connected, okay? So these are the different things you can do that. So for this group, which I'm creating S3, I'm gonna select what? These parts. Then create a what? Groups. So right now we have a create groups, okay? And inside the groups, if I click that, okay? Let's just wait. Oh, by the way, the other thing I want to mention that you see that this is IAM does not require region selection. It's a global, so it's applied to what? All the what? Global, okay? So this is a group right now, okay? As you see that, I'm inside the group right now. Let's go back to users. I go back to users. Oh, sorry about that. I think I did not finish it. Let's go create again. S3 user 1. Add users. S3 user 2. Add user. S3 user 3. All right. Again, I'm going to give this, that, password, custom password, show password, and get rid of this one. So I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next permission. Then I'm going to add it to what? These guys, okay? See, I forgot to say next review because I didn't finish last step. So I'm adding those group to here. Next review. It shows that. What's the username, what's the access they have, and custom and password required. Reset no. So create what? Users. All right. So if I go back, I can see this. Now this is very important for later on. Access key. All of these. Okay. The secret key when it says show. Excuse me. You have to make sure download this. Why? Because you need this later on for CLI. In case if you close this, you lose this, you have to create this access key again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download this CS3. I'm going to download that one. It's going to go over here, right? I'm going to say show in folders. I'm going to copy this. Okay. I'll go back to my folders, which I'm doing all my notes. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to rename this user access to S3 read. Excuse me. So let's open it. Later on at lab, when I'm doing the command line interface, you need to have what? These what? Access key. Again, If you close that, you might lose these, but these can be created. Okay, so this is my what? Access key, which we're going to do later on. Okay, so that's that one. Let's go back to our what? Our IAM. Let's go back there. Okay, as you see that this is check marked. I haven't activated yet. I created users and I give assign to what? Permission. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to what? Activate multi-factor authentication on your root account. I'm going to click here. So in order to do that, what you have to do, you have to make sure install what? An app, which I'm going to show you right now. It says that activate multi-factor authentication MFA on your AWS root account to add another layer of protection to help you keep like that. Again, it's highly recommended that in real environment you do these guys. In the lab, we're not going to do this, but I'm going to show you right now how to do it. Okay, but make sure you do that. So what you want to do, you want to create you want to give authentication root account to multi-factor. So it's a general app. When you do that, you have two choices: you have virtual and you have what? Hardware. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to do what? Virtual, because we want to use one of the app from the phone. Go to the next step. Then we go next right here. To activate virtual MFA device, you must first install MFA compatible application on the user smartphone, its PC or other devices. You can find list of this by right here. So I'm going to right click this, open new tab. So when you go here, you're going to see the choices you have. Then what you do, you go down. There are a bunch of free one here. There are a bunch of paid, hardware and SMS. All of that's a little bit of money. So these are like hardwares if you want to purchase that. Here the app is. You can use Google Authenticators for Android or iPhone or Windows or BlackBerry. So what you want to do, you want to go to Android phone and search that and install this what? Install this Google Authenticator. Okay? Which I've done that myself. So let me go back again right here. That's the next step. Then what you want to do, you want to open the app, which I'm going to right now. So hopefully you won't see that, but what you want to do, you want to app, let me open it, authenticate, okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go scan and this barcode. Okay. Then I'm going to put the first number 612649 and I wait, another number comes after that. 612649. I have to wait because it has a timer on that, so let's wait, and then I should get my what? Authenticators. Let's wait. Okay, here's another one. 098348. Then you say activate that. Okay, so it has been successful. Finish. All right. Okay, very good. So that's that part. Okay, if I click refresh right here, then you're gonna see this what? We're going to see all the check marks there too. Okay, so this is check mark, this is check mark, this is check mark, this is check mark, and the next one is what? Apply IAM policy. Okay. Now, in order to do that, remember we have a bunch of user accounts. S user one, all of that. Now, account policy, when I go to dashboard right here, this is very similar to Microsoft. When I click here, apply IAM policy, I wrote down my notes right here. Okay. Then after I haven't done, I'm going to do this. We're going to log on, then log on as S3 user and make sure that you have only read access, cannot create S3 account. Then multi-factor authentication, we've done that. Explain account policy. For example, password has to be minimum uppercase and lowercase. So that's what I'm doing right now. When I say this, manage password policy, like you can get this. Right now, minimum password is this. You can say what? Require what? At least uppercase or lowercase, or what? High, at least one numbers. So this is called what? Password policy, okay? Password expiration require administrator reset, all that, so on, okay? So what I'm not gonna do this part at all, okay? What I'm gonna do, I wanna test, I'm gonna go back, I'm not gonna save this. And I'm gonna go back to my users. Remember that my user was what? If I click my user, S3 user 1, right now, they are what? Look what happened, it says that AWS managed policy and from what? Group policy. They got this from because I add them to group policy, okay? They remember one group right here. Now if I want a security credential, here what you can do, you can change the what? Their password. If you want to do that, set the password like that, okay? You can enable, disable that, right? In case they lose their what? Credential, okay? Access key, I can go back, create a what? A new what? Access key for that user, okay? So this is the only time that you see the access key can be viewed, and that you cannot recover them, okay? So I can download this again. So I'm going back again, showing folders because I need this later. I'm going to copy this, close. So in case you lose, see, access key is right there, but the other one, if it's lose it, okay, you can create again. You can make it active or inactive. So what I'm going to paste that in my folder, and I'm going to call this, rename that one, user 1 access key, update it. Okay, all right. So that's how you can what? Do this work. Now again, if you wanted to, and notice that let's go back to here, groups, permission, okay? I can do more stuff. I can add inline policy or all of that good stuff, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do right now, rows, by the way, rows, I have a bunch of rows here. Later on, I'm gonna create what? Rows, which allow you to do a lot of stuff. Again, as I say in my notes right here, rows. You can create a rows and then assign to AWS resources, for example, attached to EC console. I'm going to do the lab with roles and without roles. I'm going to attach, I'm going to create EC2. I don't attach roles, then I'm going to attach EC2 with roles. The one which has EC2 with no roles, in order to access a CLI, you have to have those access key, okay? But later on, we're going to see for security reason, it is recommended that you use a roles, attach a roles to particular EC2. So you don't want to put your access key and all of that in the EC2. But let's go test our work. Remember S3 users. So what I'm going to do in here, I'm going to log out my system. Now remember that. Let's go back to dashboard. I just want to show you that this is my login name. I can copy this. Look at this. I can copy it. Open new tab, paste and go. Okay, excuse me. Now when I do that, you're going to see that and comes up. See, it says what? This is the alias name, IAM users, and the password. Okay, so here I'm going to say what? S3 user 1. Okay. Password was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Of course, all of this account, I'm going to delete that. Sign in. Now I'm logging to my what? Console right now. I'm logging to my what? Console. Now remember that according to these, I can only what? Read. I should not be able to do this. I should not be able to. Let's say EC. Let's go to EC2 right here. Okay, let's see if I can do that. Okay, see, you're not authorized to run any instance. I cannot do nothing. But let's go to S3. Remember on the S3, I had a read access. See, I can go here. I can what? Read. I can go here. I can read, okay? but I cannot go back to S3 and create what? Bucket. Let's see if I can create bucket. ASM, oops, it has to be lowercase. ASM test policy 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Let's go to Sydney. Next. See, error, access what? Deny. Why is that? Because I had a what? I had only what? Read policy. I cannot highlight this. Can I delete bucket? Let's see if I can delete this. Okay, are you sure you want to do that? Let me copy paste and this. Copy and paste. Confirm. Okay. See, it did not what? Delete. I still have that. So basically what that is, I have only read access. Okay. As you see that I cannot do nothing. I cannot go to Route 53. I cannot do anything here. Let's go to Route 53. Why? Because I assign only read access. Okay. All right. As this comes up, see, Route 50 error. Oops, you don't have enough permission to that, so it will not allow me to that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to log out of this. Okay. Sign out. Okay. Then I'm going to sign in. Now if I need sign in, all I have to do what? Sign in the root accounts. Okay. If I want to go back, and that's my root account, I just log in. Again, look at this. This is my what? Authentication code. So what I can do, because I set up authentication code, I'm going to go put that authentication 049587. Okay, and then I'm logging. So that's how the authentication works. All right, so that's it. That summarizes everything. Basically what we did, we created what? Users. We use the alias name for simplicity. We create a bunch of user account. We call that create groups. We add the user groups and we attach a policy which has a JSON language. You log in and we test that too. Okay. Later on, next lab, I'm going to talk about roles. Roles is very important. So that's a long lab is we have to log in all that good stuff. All right. Again, all of these, just want to show you. This is our website is asme.com/information technology. When you come down, you're going to see AWS classes. When you click here, that's going to take you to our Amazon AWS classes. Then we have a bootcamp, evening, online, and WebEx. Okay. Now, if you go back on the blogs and you have to go Amazon AWS blogs, we have a bunch of blogs right here, which we have written in the blogs here. Okay. Now, if you have a question or comment, call us here at number 301-984-7400, or just send us email via this form. And make sure you subscribe to our video. Thanks so much, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.